Hi, my name's Corinne Kendall, and I'm the Curator of Conservation and Research for the North Carolina Zoo. And today, in our series, Pet Detectives, I'm going to be sharing with you some techniques for studying your dogs at home. So part of my job at North Carolina Zoo is to study animal behavior. I do that both in the field, in Tanzania, sometimes in order to understand and to help to save and protect animals in the wild. And I also study animal behavior at North Carolina Zoo. We use our studies to evaluate our animal care practices and make sure that we're providing the best welfare, the best care possible for every animal at North Carolina Zoo. So I'm hoping that some of the things we cover in the Pet Detective series will give you ideas at home for ways that you could improve how you care for your dog. Some of them are just going to be fun experiments, interesting things to learn a little bit more about your dog's preferences, their dislikes, their likes, what gets them excited, how dogs think. So there's a little bit of animal cognition. So we will cover a variety of things in this series. So thanks, and hope you'll join us for Pet Detectives Understanding Your Dog. All right, so if we're going to be pet detectives, we need a pet. So I want to introduce my pet, my dog Pogo. Pogo, come. This is Pogo. As you can see, Pogo's a mixed breed dog, so he's an American Eskimo English Setter, a rescue that I got in New Jersey when I was living there several years ago. Pogo, dance. As you'll see, I think when we do these experiments, Pogo is a very smart dog, but he's also a very independent dog, so he kind of likes to do his own thing. So we'll see how well he cooperates with us, but I'm sure you'll have similar experience with your dogs at home. You never know quite what they're going to do. Pogo, circle. Hi, in today's episode of Pet Detectives, we are going to be exploring your dog's sense of smell. We know that dogs have an incredible sense of smell, one of the best in the animal kingdom, and we also can learn a little bit about our dogs, their likes and their dislikes, using that sense of smell. So the kind of experiment we're going to be doing today is something that's used a lot in behavioral studies and animal cognition studies in particular. This is a simple choice experiment. So we're going to give the dog a few different options, a few different smells. In this case, we're going to cover them up so that he's making the decision based on smell and not based on vision. And that is going to give us some information about what smells our dog likes best. So rather than try food and non-food, because I think we can assume that dogs really like food, we are going to try scents from different members of our family. So who does your dog like the best of the people that live in your household? I think this is a great thing to try while we're all quarantined at home together. So for this experiment, we're going to use articles of used clothing. So clothing that's sitting in your laundry basket, just pull out an item for each member of the family. And we're going to hide those items and then let our dog select and see what scents he prefers and maybe get a little insight into who he likes best at home. Alright, so today we are going to be trying a scent experiment, and this is something you could do with all sorts of items in your home. You could look at, does your dog prefer cinnamon to pepper? Does your dog prefer the smell of their normal dog food, or do they prefer the smell of the treats that you might sometimes give them? For something fun, I thought we'd look at preference for people. So we know that my dog has been with me longer. I've had him since he was 8 months old, and so he's definitely probably a little more attached to me than he is to my husband, but that's when I'm physically present. So we're going to try looking at how he responds just to our smells. So we've got a t-shirt that I wore yesterday and a t-shirt that my husband wore yesterday, and we're going to see, just based on the smell, which item does Pogo prefer. So we're going to have these two covered containers. You could certainly use a cardboard box, and we're going to see what Pogo does. Okay. Is that your selection? All right, well, it seems like Pogo prefers my shirt over my husband's, so that's our experiment, and we hope you'll give this a try with your dogs at home.